Imagine walking outside your front door and gathering fresh greens for a tasty salad or sandwich. It's like having your own personal salad bar all the time. Well, it's easier than you think, and today I am going to show you how to make it happen right outside your door. Let's get started. Lettuces are cool season crops that grow best when nighttime temperatures are between 40 and 65 degrees Fahrenheit. That makes them perfect for growing in early spring, late summer, or even fall in warm climates. They prefer full sun, but will tolerate some shade during the hottest times of the year. The most common type of lettuce is head lettuce. These varieties form a tight head of leaves that are best enjoyed raw in salads. Loose leaf lettuces have outer leaves that begin to brown and shrivel as the head forms, but the inner leaves stay fresh and tender and are great for salads or cooking. Romaine lettuce has long cylindrical heads and its sturdy leaves stand up well to cooking. It's often used in salads or as a pizza topping. Oak leaf lettuce grows into a beautiful, loose head of crinkled leaves with a delicate flavor best enjoyed raw. And butterhead lettuce forms a round head of soft leaves that cook well and add a rich flavor to soups and stir-fries. Radishes are another cool season crop that grows best during the cooler months of the year. They prefer full sun and can be grown in almost any type of soil. Unlike lettuce, radishes don't bolt or go to seed as easily, so they can be planted later in the year and still produce a good harvest before the weather gets too hot. Radishes come in different shapes, sizes and colors, from the classic red, white and black varieties to watermelon, radish with its pale pink, flesh and purple skin. All radishes are nutritious and versatile and can be eaten raw or cooked. Some of my favorites are French breakfast radish, which is small with a crisp, juicy bite. Cherry bell radish, a globe-shaped variety with a sweet, spicy flavor. And daikon radish, an Asian radish that grows into a long, tapered root with a mild, slightly bitter flavor. There are so many herbs to choose from when designing a salad garden, but here are 3 of my favorites. Cilantro grows quickly in cool weather and adds a fresh, citrusy flavor to salads. It grows best with regular watering and can be harvested as needed for several weeks. Mint grows in a wide range of climates and soil types and prefers part shade in hot summers. Its aromatic leaves can be harvested continuously for a refreshing addition to salads. Parsley is a versatile herb that grows best in cool weather and can tolerate some shade during hot summers. Regular harvesting encourages bushier growth and the flavor improves after a light frost. The first step to creating a salad garden is deciding what crops to grow. Lettuce, radishes and herbs are a great place to start. Consider the size and growth habit of each plant when selecting varieties. For example, loose leaf lettuces grow wider rather than taller, while head lettuces can grow quite tall. Keep in mind the mature size of the plants you choose when planning your garden layout. You may also want to consider the color and texture of your greens when choosing varieties. Red and oak leaf lettuces add a beautiful pop of color to any salad. And herbs like mint and cilantro bring a unique texture and flavor. When choosing radish varieties, consider the size and shape of the radish as well as its flavor. Smaller radishes like cherry bell mature faster and are great for salads, while larger varieties like daikon are better suited for cooking. Next, consider the amount of space you have available when choosing what to grow. If you have limited space, consider growing loose-leaf lettuces or radishes in containers or raised beds. You can also grow certain herbs like parsley and mint in containers to prevent them from spreading too much. Once you've chosen your crops, it's time to plan your garden layout. Start by making a sketch of your garden bed or container and then draw each plant's mature size onto the sketch. This will help you determine the best spacing for each plant and ensure that you have enough room for all of them. As a general rule, space lettuce 12 to 18 inches apart, radishes 1 to 2 inches apart, and herbs 12 to 18 inches apart. However, you may need to adjust these spacing recommendations based on the mature size of the particular variety you're replanting. After planning your layout, consider intercropping. This means planting fast-growing crops like lettuce and radishes alongside slower-growing crops like herbs. Intercropping can help maximize space and provide continuous harvests throughout the growing season. For example, you could plant lettuce and radishes in the same bed and then plant parsley and mint in between them. Just be sure to water the herbs regularly, especially during hot, dry periods. It's important to prepare your soil before planting. Loosen the soil and remove any weeds or debris. Add compost or other organic matter to improve soil fertility and drainage. This will help provide the nutrients your plants need to grow and produce a bountiful harvest. After amending your soil, take steps to retain moisture. This is especially important for lettuce, which prefers consistently moist soil. You can mulch around your plants with straw, wood chips or other organic materials to help retain moisture and suppress weeds. Lettuce, radishes and herbs require regular watering, especially during hot, dry periods. Water deeply to encourage strong root growth and keep the soil evenly moist but not soggy. A layer of mulch can help conserve soil moisture and reduce the frequency of watering. To check for adequate watering, stick your finger about an inch into the soil. If it feels dry, it's time to water. Just be careful not to overwater, which can lead to root rot and other problems. During hot summers, consider providing some shade for your plants, especially the lettuce. You can use shade cloth or plant the lettuce in a location that receives afternoon shade naturally. This can help the plants tolerate higher temperatures and prevent them from bolting or going to seed. Fertilize your salad garden every 4 to 6 weeks with an organic fertilizer like compost tea or worm castings. This will help ensure that your plants have enough nutrients to grow and produce a bountiful harvest. You can also use a side dress of compost or aged manure if you prefer. Just be careful not to over-fertilize, which can lead to excessive foliage growth and fewer leaves for harvest. As your salad greens begin to grow, you may notice that the outer leaves start to turn yellow or brown and become wilted. This is normal and doesn't necessarily mean that your plants are unhealthy. You can simply remove these older leaves and use them in your salad or compost them. By harvesting the outer leaves as needed, you'll encourage the plants to produce more leaves for harvest. You can also practice selective harvesting, which means only taking the leaves you need from each plant. This can help ensure that your plants have enough leaves to continue growing and producing. When it comes to harvesting lettuce, the entire head can be pulled from the ground when it reaches full size. For loose leaf lettuces, you can harvest individual leaves as needed by cutting them off with a sharp knife or pruners. If you see signs of bolting, such as a tall flower stalk emerging from the center of the plant, it's time to harvest the whole head. You can also cut the lettuce back to the outer leaves and allow it to regrow. However, the regrowth may be bitter or tough. Radishes are ready to harvest when they reach the desired size for your chosen variety. Use a garden fork to loosen the soil around the plant and carefully pull the radish from the ground. Be careful not to damage the radish or leave any of the roots attached. Once you've harvested a radish, the plant is finished producing and can be removed from the garden. Herbs can be harvested as needed for fresh use or drying. For most herbs, you can simply snip off the top leaves and stems, leaving enough behind to maintain a healthy plant. This will encourage bushier growth and more abundant harvests. If you notice that your herbs are becoming leggy or sparse, it's time to do a hard prune. This means cutting back the stems to the desired height above the soil level. This will promote new growth and keep the plants compact and healthy. Growing your own salad greens is a rewarding and delicious way to enjoy fresh, nutritious food right outside your door. By following these tips, you can create a thriving salad garden filled with crisp, flavorful greens that will elevate your salads and dishes to a whole new level. So grab your seeds and tools. Get ready to plant and savor the satisfaction of harvesting your very own homegrown salad goodness.